Chicago doesn't scream. It whispers. The kind of whisper that crawls into your bones and never leaves. Near the abandoned freight docks, where the lake wind cuts like a blade, an old man sat inside a broken warehouse. His name was Samuel Crow. 68 years old. Clean beard. Heavy eyes. A man who had lived too long with too many secrets. Across from him stood a young man, Evan Miller, 21, restless, angry, searching for something fast. Evan broke the silence. They say you ran half the city once. Samuel didn't look at him. They say a lot of things, he replied. Most of them die before they learn the truth. Evan stepped closer. I want that life. Samuel finally looked up. Then listen, he said quietly. Because Chicago eats boys like you for breakfast. I was born into nothing. South Side apartment. Sirens every night. My father disappeared before I learned his voice. My mother worked until her hands shook. By 17, I learned a simple rule. Fear travels faster than hope. I joined a crew called the Gray Serpents. Street gang. Low level. Ugly work. But they protected their own. At first it was drugs. Then weapons. Then people. Every step felt small. That's how the fall begins. The first man I heard begged me to stop. I didn't. Not because I was strong. Because I was weak. Violence teaches you something fast. The quieter you become, the deeper you sink. By my mid-20s, Chicago knew my name. Not in newspapers. In phone calls made after midnight. I worked with Irish mobs. Mexican cartels. Corrupt police who smiled during the day and killed files at night. Money came easy. Sleep didn't. Power changes your reflection. You stop seeing a man. You see a weapon. I ordered my first death at 29. Didn't pull the trigger. Didn't watch. That distance haunted me more than blood ever could. The Gray Serpents grew into an empire. Clubs. Shipping routes. Judges on payroll. People feared me. My family feared me more. The war started when we wanted more. The North Crown Syndicate controlled the ports. Old money. Old killers. We thought they'd negotiate. They sent bodies instead. Chicago burned quietly. No headlines. Just missing people in closed caskets. I buried my best friend in silence. That's when I stopped believing in loyalty. Betrayal came wearing a familiar face. My cousin. My right hand. Sold our locations for safety. There is no safety in this life. I had him executed. That night, I vomited alone in my office. The city didn't care. At 45, I had everything. At 46, I lost my son. Wrong deal. Wrong message. They sent me his watch. I stopped eating. Stopped sleeping. Stopped caring if I lived. I burned everything. Enemies. Allies. Streets. The FBI closed in. I didn't run. I waited. Prison is quieter than crime. 10 years. No power. No name. Just memories that don't sleep. When I got out, Chicago didn't recognize me. That saved my life. Samuel stopped talking. Evan's hands were shaking. So, was it worth it? Evan asked. Samuel stood slowly. No, he said. It was expensive. Gang life gives you speed, he continued. But it steals time. It gives you money. But it steals sleep. It gives you fear. And calls it respect. He looked Evan in the eyes. You still want that life? Evan stepped back. No. Samuel nodded. Then this city lost one more victim tonight. The wind howled through the warehouse. Chicago whispered on.